Wanna
get the mic over? Ah, there we go. Oh, where's that?
I mean, do you really care about that?
Sure. Hey, are you feeling better?
Feeling better from what? Was I sick?
You said
Oh, yeah,
you got
yeah,
like
yeah.
mega sick on the weekend or something like that. No?
No, I was sleep deprived on Thursday. That's all.
Oh, because you were playing Hearthstone too much?
No, I was just like sleeping late.
Why?
Not because of Hearthstone.
Oh, you're just goofing around?
I was just goofing around.
Oh.
And then now I got my life back together. Now I'm like,
What's that supposed to mean?
Now I'm actually sleeping on time.
Oh. Let
now
the cameras off.
Now I'm not being such a fucking asshole.
You're an asshole
Not-
to yourself. Right?
Yeah, I'm not an asshole to myself. Yeah.
That's different. You're an asshole to yourself. You know, it's what people like to do, right? Turn on the light.
It's not that bad right now. You can turn it on later.
Move the camera over. It's in the wrong spot.
It's fine, dude. Like,
Don't look at it there. It's in the awkward spot.
you don't look at it there, but it's like centered between us now, man.
True. I have to look. Am I looking at it now?
Yeah, I mean, just look at the. I think you just look at the yellow thing.
No, look at the screen to see if I'm looking at it. Don't look at me looking at it.
Yeah, you're looking at it.
All right.
All right.
Cool. So you're back to normal then?
I'm back to normal.
Yeah.
But I feel kind of
Still drained?
unmotivated to play this game, that's for sure.
I'll work out a little bit. Maybe that would help you with your mood. What?
No, I don't think it's a me issue. I think it's a game issue.
Game issue?
Yeah, because I'm actually excited to, like, go to work, play another game.
Mm-hmm.
But when I think about this game, I'm not excited at all, man.
You can start. How come this is 0 viewers? The hell's going on?
Yo, what the fuck, man? What the fuck?
Hey, man. Pre-show's the best part where we actually talk.
Yeah, we can still goof around for another 3 minutes or so.
Everybody's gonna leave. No. Well, it says 0 viewers on our screen, so we're gonna keep doing this.
So me and my girlfriend, we booked a ticket to see Avengers on Monday.
Oh, so how's that gonna work?
I'm just gonna.
Are you off?
No, I'm just gonna take the morning off so I can go see it.
What time does the theater open?
The movie starts at 10:30
In the morning.
in the morning.
In Hamilton?
No, in like Oakville.
So where's she? She doesn't live in Oakville. So what? She's gonna take the bus to Oakville?
No, we're. You know how we usually meet up on the weekends?
Usually.
Yeah, we're just gonna meet up on Saturday, Sunday,
And Monday.
and Monday, and then we watch the movie, and then I take her back to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't have exams?
So next week her exams is over.
Oh, okay.
She's just looking for a co-op now
Okay.
till like I don't know end of May or something.
Sure.
So next week, if we want to do this podcast, we're probably gonna do it on Friday or something.
Okay. Or you guys can come over to my house when I get set up.
Yeah, whatever that is. Are you gonna get set up on Friday?
What? No, bring her too. So you can sit in the car.
The fuck no.
Drop her off at P Mall. She'll like it there.
P-ball, man. Fuck.
What? She'll like it there.
So how, did you play Hearthstone at all?
I played a lot and I got my ass kicked though.
You play a lot?
Yeah. Like I remember I was playing Rogue and I'm like, this is not so OP. What are you guys talking about OP in this? It's not OP. I still only got 6 wins with it.
That's pretty good. That's not bad for a casual player.
Sometimes I get... Yeah, but I was expecting 10. The way you guys were crying about it, saying, "Oh,
It's not that easy, man.
That's what. Well, you made it seem that easy. Like, oh man, as soon as the guy gets rogue, I throw in the towel.
Man. We're still
and I'm
leaderboard players.
How about you guys just don't pick rogue then? Give us a chance.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen either. Thanks.
Okay, we got 2 viewers.
Oh shit! Now we gotta start the show. All right. Welcome everyone to episode 14 of the Player and the Pro podcast. This is the player Will.
This is the pro Tachi.
Another week, another dollar.
Another dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't sound very excited because the arena meta is in a state of flux, and I hate flux. I like stability in my life. I don't like flux. I don't like going to work and imagining, am I gonna die today from a car crash? I don't like going to work and imagine, am I gonna get fired today or something? I don't like flux, okay? I like stability, and Hearthstone's not giving me that stability, and I feel vulnerable.
I think that's always good though for people to exit out of the what I call homeostasis. Like usually the people and bodies like to enter homeostasis, stay in homeostasis. They don't want things to change.
Okay.
But sometimes it's good to shock the body, get you out of your comfort zone, and do something different, right?
Oh my god.
What do you mean? Oh my god, that's what working out is all about.
Once again, we have related Hearthstone to
life?
real life. You hear from here, you hear everywhere, man. Hearthstone is like life. Okay, it's a game, and then life is like a game, and then we play the game, and we're
play
sad
life
when things doesn't go our way.
When you say game, do you mean Hearthstone or life?
You know, now it's getting complicated because is Hearthstone a game of life? Is life a game of Hearthstone?
Perhaps.
What is happening here? Okay,
we're tired. I need more coffee.
Let's go back to talking Hearthstone. So on Wednesday, I made a post that I was kind of pissed off that they didn't do any adjustments. And then apparently they wrote a post like an hour before on their forum where nobody even knew about it. And then they said they're going to do adjustment today. So then they did it. And now I look like a goof because I wrote the Reddit post. And then apparently they made an announcement that they're going to make a change an hour before I made a post that they should change something. Anyways.
Is that Blizzard's fault?
This is the changes. I mean, it kind of is their fault because
they didn't check in with Tachi?
Because one of their developers said they were going to do early next week, okay? And now, how is Wednesday afternoon early next week? That's not the definition of early next week.
Are you happy that they changed it or not?
I'm actually not that happy, so we're going to talk more about it. What happened, okay? So basically the gist of it is they decreased powerful road cards from showing up, and then they rebucketed cards from every other class. So Rogue, none of its cards has changed in the buckets. They said they're going to change it after, like a week after. So this week they're going to change something. But they rebucketed cards from every other class in neutrals. So one of the noticeable cards, I don't know if you remember, Conjurer's Calling. It's a mage card, 3 mana twin spell.
Oh, right.
Destroys a minion and summons 2 of the same cost.
Right.
That card went from the first bucket to the sixth, from the 6th bucket to the first bucket.
You wrote that backwards on the slide.
I mean, it
goes from first
to first bucket from 6th bucket. Right?
Oh man.
So
that makes sense. That card was kind of good.
That card was busted.
Yeah.
But the ironic thing is that now that it's in the first bucket, you see it way more often than the 6th bucket, because I'm pretty sure nobody knows or kept in mind, but now they offer picks 1, 10, 20, and 30 from cards bucket 4 and higher. So Conjurer's Calling show up more now because it's more likely to show up in those picks. Mm-hmm. So now there's more Conjurer's Calling, and I played, a moderate amount of games. Mm-hmm. I didn't play actually that much. I played like maybe 5 runs.
Oh man, you're slipping.
I don't know, man. It's just depressing, dude, when I play Arena now. But yeah, I lost to this card multiple times, and I just lost today. I was playing my priest, and this guy played Yasiraj Unbound. It's a 10 mana card, and
wait, Yasiraj Unbound.
Yeah, it's
the 10/10.
10 mana 10/10.
That gives you a card.
And he got that card from Elysiana. So Archivist Elysiana, which makes you discover 5 cards, and then that becomes the rest of your deck, right? So he discovered Yasiraj, and then he played Yasiraj, and he summoned another Yasiraj.
Oh my god.
Okay, so there was no way for me as a priest to kill both of them. So I killed one, and then he Conjurer's Calling one of them, and he draws Khadgar. He draws both Khadgars, and then he Conjurer's Calling the Yasiraj, and it gave him 4 10 drops. I was absolutely devastated. I went from an absolute winning position to like a losing position in like one turn. So now the dude has like 42 attack, and I just kind of lost. Anyways,
I wish that was on video.
Yeah, I wish I was streaming that, man. Just to show how utterly broken Conjurer's Calling is.
No, I just wanted to see your reaction.
Yeah, I was depressed.
I
was not.
Hold on.
I was not like crawling, under a rock. Like,
did you get out from your chair?
No,
Did you just go like?
No. I was mostly just like. It was like depression, dude. It was just it was a depressive fuck. Okay,
that's how all my games end up when I misplay. Hey, go back. So wait. So did they nerf Rogue?
Yeah, they nerfed it a lot. We're gonna talk about it in the next slide.
Okay. So wait. Is this good or bad that they did all these things? You sound like you're unhappy about it.
It's better than nothing, but it's an incomplete change.
Man, you guys are never happy.
Yeah, because if a game mode is totally unbalanced, how does that make me happy? I can't be happy playing a unbalanced game mode. Like the things, like in Rasticon's Rumble, that was like one of the most balanced metas ever, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of Amani Warbears and Dragon Ball Scorchers, but that's fine because those cards weren't that stupidly overpowered.
Right.
But now we have all these overpowered cards here, like Conjurer's Calling. I'm going to talk more about it, but it's not just Conjurer's Calling. It's not just... what's the other card that's stupid? Abyssal Enforcer. It's a lot of other issues.
Well, they're making... Are they not striving towards the correct equilibrium?
Probably at some point, but this first month is just...
First week. 2 weeks. It's only been 2 weeks, man.
It's going to be 3 weeks. And then they're still not going to get it right next week either, so...
You could... Remember what I asked you before?
I don't think any pro playing Arena right now is happy where the meta is. Like, I don't think anybody that has like a 7 in average is happy where Arena is.
Well, it's only a very small percentage of people, right?
And your point?
If the majority of the people are okay with it...
I don't think the majority is okay with it either.
It's fine.
It's like, the majority though is like, how do people know that they're even okay when they never voice anything, right? And they don't play enough. So it's like, so then they get like, 0 wins with like Warlock, and then they're like, well, fuck me. I'm not going to play Warlock again. So what happened exactly? Okay, so Rogue got nerfed super fucking hard, and I'll give you the list of the meta this week, and they were at 58% initially, okay, and they are nowhere near 58% now.
Oh, serious? All right, I can't wait. Hey, don't spoil it.
I don't even know where they are now, so we'll take a look after. But they dropped super hard. Let me just close my door.
Right. I'll keep reading. Warlock takes the top and breaks 55%. As predicted, when you tinker with one lever, another lever gets adjusted. And I was thinking, this is it. Like, this is why we don't do drastic changes. I was telling you guys, it wasn't a good idea to just take a sledgehammer out to give someone knee. What do you call it? Knee surgery. You don't fix someone's knee with a goddamn sledgehammer. That doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, everybody predicted this because Warlock was number 2 before Rogue got nerfed. And the reason Warlock wasn't any higher was precisely because of Rogue. Rogue just kept Warlock in check. And Warlock was kind of keeping Rogue in check too, I guess, in a way. But now that Rogue got heavily nerfed, most classes can't really deal with Warlock, provided you know how to draft Warlock.
I have a prediction. Next week, I think Hunter will go up because Hunter beats down the Warlock.
Yeah.
So now, if you're smart, you play Hunter. Because I remember this week, I was running into a lot of Hunters. More than normal. Maybe it's just luck.
Hunter got a lot better, actually. You'll be surprised.
Okay. Maybe it's just... Oh, maybe that's it too. But it's just weird because I was thinking, why am I running into so many Hunters?
Yeah.
Because you said last time that Hunter is an aggro deck, and it can take down guys like Rogue and Warlock, right? Because they're this control-y, you know, not value? Is that the word you'd use? Like a value deck or greedy deck?
Which class are you talking about?
Rogue.
Yeah.
And Hunter, you know, preys on classes that are greedy and try and get more value because they just, you know, keep pushing on you, and you never get to realize the tempo loss you get for the value you get later by discovering cards or by, you know, stealing cards that don't do anything, and you don't really get a chance because if you steal a card and it's no good, and you just wasted your mana in turn.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to. Maybe we'll talk about Hunter at some point, but I got 2-0 wins with Hunter this week.
Well, who did you lose to? Did you remember?
I don't know who I lost to, but I got 2-0 wins.
You just got smacked around.
And I didn't get a 0 win, I think, once in Rasticon's Rumble. So it's been like fucking 4 months, and now I had 2 zeros in a row. I mean, not in a row, but in the same week.
Yeah.
It's all because of Hunter.
Yeah, it happens. Like, maybe you just, you know, you're trying to figure it out. Yes,
yeah, it's a totally different way of drafting than before. I've been losing to Hunters that are like slow, like they
more of a mid-range.
They actually outvalue me.
Wow.
Like they have you know the new spell. I mean, there's 2 new spells. Mark Shot. It deals 4 damage and you discover a spell.
That's a pretty good spell, yeah.
And it can discover itself, right? So you just keep doing it, and then you'll just generate enough value, and then unleash the beast, which
that's always
we talked
annoying,
about too. Like, if you think about it, 1 card gives you 2 5/5 beasts with rush. And just because people know that you're going to play a 5-mana 5/5 rush, they try to play around it, right? And then
you don't play the 5/5 rush.
And then you don't play the 5/5 rush. You play like a deadly shot or something. So it's like, what do you do against Hunter?
You know what's annoying, though, for me, the Hunter? The 1 damage spell. Twin spell.
The twin spell that deals 1 damage?
Yeah, it's when you give Hunter a ping, it's so annoying in a sense, because now they can kill your X1s, whereas before they'd have to have Unleash the Hounds or something like that.
Well, there was Candle Shot before, so that rotated out.
Yeah, but it's just different when
when you speak of Unleash the Hounds, it's
annoying.
It's super good right now because there's so much lackeys, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, those 2 classes changed the most.
Okay.
And something else I've noticed this last week, we talked about it too. So like I said already, you know, they changed pick 1, 10, 20, and 30. So in these 4 picks, you're not guaranteed to get rare cards or epic cards anymore. Instead, there's a lot of common cards. And they changed it where there's a new expansion bonus. So all the cards I mentioned here, they're all from... I recently made a post on Arena HS. Not many people responded to it yet, probably because they haven't noticed yet. But what I noticed was there was a lot of neutrals, commons. Like I played a mage who drafted 5 Messenger Ravens. Okay, 5, and that's just the cards he played. He still had like maybe 10 cards left in his deck. He might have another one. And it's not the first time that happened. In the same week, I faced another mage who played 5 Messenger Ravens against me. Okay, and then other people posted on that post as well. They're like, oh, you know, I faced against a shaman who played 4 Walking Fountains. Just another day, I faced a priest with 4 evil conscriptors. Another guy said he had 4 evil geniuses. Okay, and then look at Bronze Herald, that shit's everywhere too. And it's not just from the new expansion, it's from the old sets too. Like the first Warlock draft I had, I saw 4 Abyssal Enforcers. Okay, and every mage now has a Flame Strike. I just drafted a priest deck where I got 3 Cabal Talon Priest. Like, come on, dude. Like, these cards are from the top bucket, and it's like you just keep taking it. Flame Strike right now is at the highest as it's ever been since like a year ago. Like Flame Strike has not been this high since like a year ago.
How high is it?
It's about on average. I think there's like 1.3 Flame Strike per deck.
That's too scary.
So pretty much every mage deck has a fucking Flame Strike.
That's way too scary. No, Blizzard. Okay. No, you are wrong. Don't make it scary for us normal people to play against a Flame Strike.
And then all these other cards from the new expansion, like Messenger Raven, on average per deck, they have 1.5 Messenger Ravens. So you pretty much a lot of decks have 2 Messenger Ravens. Like,
you're right.
What is this constructed? Are we constructed now?
Like, no, we're worse. You have 4 Messenger Ravens.
Yeah, it's worse because we getting high on Arena doesn't mean shit anymore. Because leaderboard is now every 2 months instead of every month. Okay.
Oh, it's every 2 months now?
Yeah, it's every 2 months.
I might make it?
Yeah, so if you just do 30 runs, but, you know...
I have to get wins.
Yeah.
And not just... wait, what do you call it? Retire my decks randomly.
No, you can't...
Yeah, for the podcast.
You can't retire decks. You gotta be serious.
Oh, alright, let's take a look.
Here's the win rates.
Alright, number 1, Rogue. 56.9%. A drop of 1.4. That's...
that's actually... So... HS Replay, this is only like the average of the entire week. It's much lower now today.
Okay. Well, I wish we had real stats, but... okay.
I could.
Alright, let me go over these stats. So Rogue is number 1 with 57, basically. Warlock with 53.7. Priest with 50. So we got 3 classes, 50 and above. Hunter's on its way... Well, Hunter went up a lot, right? Did it? Or did the other classes just get worse?
Oh, you see all the other classes gets worse.
Hunter went up a little bit, 1%. Mage went up. Well, Mage didn't change, 4.8%. Paladin dropped 1% to 47. Shaman at 46, basically. Druid dropped 1% to 43. And Warrior at the lowly 40%.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Rogue was already number 1 popular.
Yeah, so now Rogue is still the most popular class because people just heard about it.
Yeah, next week it's likely not the case anymore. Likely, I think it's going to be Mage again.
I like Mage more than Rogue, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, both classes are random as fuck, so I guess, just pick your poison, right? I am so sad of this meta, man. This meta is just it's depressing.
It's not that bad. All right, let's see what the current stats are then.
So current stats, I don't know if I can pull it out here.
This is always like a... This is one of like a Hercules' trials right now.
Hercules' trials? What does that mean, man?
Do you know Hercules?
No, I don't know. Who's Hercules?
You don't know who Hercules is?
No, I know Hercules.
Son of Zeus?
Hercules is fake!
The Rock?
Johnson?
No, the... Dwayne, yes, Dwayne Johnson. He was Hercules.
Alright, so,
Whoa! Wait, hit Arena.
It is Arena.
Oh shit, that's Arena? That was standard.
This is the stats now, okay? Like, Warlock is at 55%. It's still going higher.
Okay.
Rogue is 50%. Rogue...
Number 3 now. Priest is number 2 at 51.5. Hunter. Oh my god, Hunter! At 50.6. Mage just barely south of 50 at 49.8. You know what? Rogue dropped, 8%?
Yeah.
But that's good. Because now everything is kind of bunched up in the middle. We have about half the classes that are 50 or better. I'm going to count Mage as 50.
Yeah.
So, did Blizzard do a good job?
No.
Oh, come on. It was better than last week when our slideshow, no?
Like all they did was nerf Rogue. Like, that's all they did.
And that kind of fixed things now.
The reason why Hunter is 50% is because a lot of people are still picking Rogue, and then they're just getting totally destroyed by like an average Hunter deck.
Yeah.
And so then people are going to learn, okay, Rogue kind of fucking suck now. But, because Arena is filled with casual players, average players, they're not going to have enough goal to play to try out Rogue again. So
what, they won't pick Rogue?
So I don't know how long they're gonna notice that Rogue kind of sucked now.
There's usually a little bit of a delay. It's not immediate.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's probably gonna be like a few weeks. They're gonna keep playing Rogue because you see from our other stats, Rogue was number 1 in popularity this week.
Yeah.
So Warlock is probably going to take the cake, and Hunter is probably going to be even better than now, right?
You know what? I'm happy with Hunter in the middle of the pack. I always feel bad for Hunter because it's always at the bottom half, and you have to be like a specialist to play Hunter.
Yeah, you have to really know.
Yeah, which is what I never liked, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's look, Blizzard made changes, and it's making changes in Arena, and that's what we wanted.
Yeah, it's definitely a step towards the right direction.
That's all I wanted to hear you say. Okay. Oh man.
Oh, let's talk about Warlock now. Let's talk about Warlock. So,
you know what? It's funny. I played, my crappy zoo in standard, and it seems so easy. But whenever I have to draft Warlock, it's just like.
I do admit that drafting Warlock is not easy because there is a lot of directions you can go to.
Yeah, like I always get confused, or I listen to you or parts of your advice, and I do it half-ass, and then I'm like, oh man, I don't know what I'm doing here. It's just so hard for me to play Warlock. Like, I know it's the best class, but for me, I'm just like, it's one of those things, like a really sharp sword. I can either cut you in half or cut myself in half with it if I'm not careful, right?
Yeah.
It's like a lightsaber. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna cut off your own foot.
So right now there are a couple of directions you can go. You could draft control, and you can draft this aggressive zoo type.
Okay.
But in both of these decks, you want to draft abyssals, because for zoo you draft abyssals as a finisher to get you there, right?
Right.
The final 3 damage and the 6/6 body is pretty good. And if you are a control, you want to draft abyssals too, because you are able to use the abyssal effect to clear their board and run them out of cards. So this is why abyssal was such a problem back then, because you could play aggressive or you can play control, and both of these archetypes wants abyssals.
Are you able to tell what they are by like the first 2 turns?
Like what? Oh yeah, I mean,
if they
don't start with a turn 1, then they're not very aggressive.
Or they just didn't draw it.
Or they didn't draw it. But if they didn't draw it, that's really good if they're a supposedly aggressive zoo deck, because that just means they fucked up.
Okay.
Right. And we'll review your draft later.
Oh man, I'm embarrassed.
But if you are control, you want a little bit more taunts. Now we recommended not to draft Furious Ents and Bot Creepers because of Shovel Fist, but you still want those. I mean, they're still good taunts. Not everybody has a Shovel Fist.
I got a point.
Yeah.
Is the Doctor, the 8/8 gain 8 life? Is he playable in this meta now? For Warlock.
He's a little bit more playable, yeah.
Because back in the day with Violet Worm, he had always trumped the Doctor.
Yeah.
But now Violet Worm's not here.
Violet Worm's gone. So
do I want the Doctor?
Yeah, there isn't that many big bodies nowadays, and the Doctor does a little bit more than just throw stats at you. So, yeah, I mean, I would. It's a little bit more draftable, right? Like if he Shovel Fist your 8/8, you probably have 1 damage to go back into it.
Yeah, and you gain your 8 life, so you basically reset. So basically, that's like draw 4 cards, more or less. You can draw 4 cards.
So I mean, if you're not doing control, and control is basically a control Warlock. Basically means you have 4 different kind of board clears, and you have a bunch of taunts to get you there. And you obviously have your Abyssal Enforcers to deal damage. You probably have a few Shovel Fists. So that's kind of control, is that you don't draft a lot of 1-drops, but you specialize in 3-drops.
And board clears, I guess.
And board clears and taunts. So those are the 3 things you look out for.
If you're control, how many Hellfires would you get? Because it's one of those cards I feel like, do I really need 2?
No, you never take 2 Hellfire in this meta, because you have Abyssal Enforcer, you also have Fellfire Potion.
Right. And you have the other one where it's kill your own minion, deal damage to his board.
Shadow Flame.
Shadow Flame.
So, I think you can take a Hellfire if you're not offered a lot of these other cards.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely never want to draft 2.
Okay.
And other than taunts, you also want heals, right? But luckily, there is a lot of heals as well right now.
Right.
Like, you have the 4 mana 3/2 that heals.
The hippie turtle.
The hippie turtle. You have Farseer that heals.
Farseer. Oh, the 3/3.
Earthen Farseer is still here. Rotten Apple Bomb is still here. It's a taunt and a heal.
Right.
Pretty good. Yeah. Mistress of Mixtures. Right. 1 mana 2/2 that heals.
Great 1-drop, yes.
Great 1-drop to fight against, like, I don't know, a Flame Imp or something. So yeah, if you're not doing control though, you're going for a kind of a zoo aggressive archetype, and there's a lot of options available for that too, because there's a like Reform Scheme, right? The 3 mana that upgrades each turn that you can summon a lot of 1/1s. That is really powerful with the Dark Shard Councilman, right? Because if on turn 4 you can just play that and a 1-drop, and then you play like 4 minions and a 1-drop. Yeah, like 3 1/1s and a 1-drop or something. I don't know. You can play a lot of shit.
And that's a lot of pain.
And Dark Shard Councilman is not that high on the buckets. I think it's like top of the 5th.
Oh, wow.
It's top of the 5th bucket. So, and it's a common card, so you can definitely get a lot of it. And yeah, you draft around that, and then that's kind of like your frothing berserker of Warlock, right? It just goes out of control. And on turn 3, almost nothing in anybody's class can deal 5 damage to a Councilman. So you need to basically play your early game, right? Like maybe you have a 3/2, but 3/2s are not that good right now either, right? Because they died to the Hawksteed, so.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
So people are not drafting that many 3/2s, which means Darkshire Councilman just kind of do whatever the fuck he wants. And yeah, so then Control or Zoo, you can still draft these board clears because they deal damage to people's face. So, you know, Fellfire Potion, 6 mana, deal 5 damage to everything. You just use that to finish the game, which I do a lot of the time. And then Abyssal, of course. And one last thing that people don't see because the picture is blocking us, blocking the slide, is Void Caller Demon Synergy. So it's a little bit tricky for that. But if you are going for Void Callers, you want to draft all the big demons, right? Like, you don't want to skip your big demons. And if you don't have your big demons, I would not go for the Void Callers at the start because you're not guaranteed that you're going to hit the big demons.
What about Void Caller into Void Caller?
That's also reasonable, but
not enough.
Yeah, it's kind of like... Yeah, it's not enough, right? Because then it's just kind of like a glorified Harvest Golem, but you had to... That card was from your hand, and now it's not in your hand anymore, so you kind of missed out a card, too.
Okay. So you're telling me Warlock can play aggro, and it can play control.
And it can play...
So it can do everything.
Yeah.
So what's the worst Warlock where it's a bit of both, then?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, where, you know, you don't have enough 1-drops, and you don't have enough late game. So then you're kind of just stuck in limbo, right? Because if somebody clears your board once, you can't just restock as quickly.
Segue into Will's draft.
Yeah. So no, we still have to talk about this card.
Okay.
Before we segue to your draft, which we kind of talked about. It's a card you can draft around. It's very much a like Demon Bolt in the last meta, where you can draft around this card because it's under-bucketed, it's in the 5th bucket, and there are a lot of cards you can complement with this. So, with a Councilman, you're looking for at least 4 1-drops. So, you're probably like 4 to 6 1-drops.
Or some token generator.
Yeah, so very good cards that goes with this card is Possessed Villager. It's a 1-mana 1/1 with a Death Rattle that summons a 1/1. Henge Clan Hogsteed, the 2-mana 2/1 rush.
Oh my god.
So then that's like immediately this thing gives this thing +2 attack, right?
What about the 3-mana 3/4 summon a 2/2?
Yeah, that's good too. And
Griffin Man or something.
And this card, because this card is so similar to Evil Genius. If you think about Evil Genius, it's a 2-mana 2/2. It needs to eat a small minion, right, to give you 2 lackeys. So the same way you draft Darkshire Councilman, you want to draft Evil Geniuses too, which means you're drafting this really tokeny, aggressive zoo deck, right, where you want 4 to 6 1-drops, and your 2-drops are probably all Evil Geniuses if you can get away with it, or Amani Berserkers, whatever, and then your 3-drops is this. You want those token generation cards like Forbidden Rituals, which is spend all your mana, summon 1/1 for each mana spent, and Reform Scheme, really good with that. And so yeah, you draft this really aggressive Councilman deck, and you top out with Eccentric Scribe. Right?
Oh, he's great. Yeah.
In this aspect, it's actually better than Savannah Highmane because you got 4 1/1s, and they all synergize with this Councilman, with Evil Genius, and it's just a really crazy zoo deck.
I like to add that sometimes you put a guy in an awkward position because if he sees your Scribe, he doesn't want to pop it sometimes, so he might leave it alone.
Yeah.
And then you drop Councilman afterwards, and then you pop your own Scribe.
And then this 3-mana 5/5.
And then the guy's like, oh, I should have popped it last
I should have popped it, yeah. But then it's like, normally they don't want to pop it, right? But yeah, if they do pop it and they can't clear the 1/1s, you could play Evil Genius, right? To eat a 1/1 to get a lackey. Now you have 1/1s.
Sounds like Warlock's the new Rogue then.
It is. That's why we're going to get 56% Warlock, and if they're not adjusted in time, it might go to 58% like Rogue did. It's basically the same way, right? It's just.
I feel like Wizard balancing is like kind of like whack-o-mole.
Yeah.
But instead of whacking moles, they put their hand over one hole so that the mole can't pop up, right?
Yeah.
But when they do that, the other moles start popping up. Like, oh, I can't whack them.
There are 9 moles in total.
And I only have so many hands.
Yeah.
I need to bring some friends over. Like, hey, guys, we each take a hole.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Oh, no. What happened to that? Oh, there we go.
No, all right.
I did not
segue into my 03 Warlock draft.
Okay, so talk us through what happened here.
I was like, all right, we'll talk about Warlock this week, and I was feeling pretty good after last week, how we played Warlock on the co-op, and I was like, okay, I'll test it out. We're talking about this. I'll see what I can bring to the table, and I'll see what happens when I play Warlock. Now, I have a caveat. I think I ran into 2 rogues. Yeah.
Oh.
I ran into 2 rogues and a hunter. I'm not sure if that really is part of the problem. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I did notice that the rogues didn't have the lackey guy, the combo.
Evil Miscreant.
Didn't have Evil Miscreant, like right on turn 3 or turn coin into turn 2, coin on turn 2 to get the Evil Miscreant out. So I'm not blaming that as the issue because that didn't happen to me this week. But I did run into 2 rogues and a hunter, so I'm not sure if that's Warlock's weakness or.
When did you play this?
Oh, it must have been halfway through the week at least.
Okay, so maybe before the adjustments.
No, it was after because they didn't have Evil Miscreant, right?
Oh, okay.
Or I didn't see the Evil Miscreants, and I didn't get a single win, so maybe that's also the issue too. All right, so let's go through this and see how many errors I made.
Before we go through the
what?
drafting choices,
yeah.
I just want to talk about. Let me just move my thing here so you can see the draft.
Okay.
So like I said before, right? When you look at this draft, it's kind of all over the place, right? Like you have the Void Callers, you have a Hellfire and a Dread Inferno. But not much late game at all, right? Like you have 3 cards above 5 mana, so it's not really a control deck, and you have 3 1-drops, which is not really an aggressive zoo deck either.
Right.
And you drafted 2 Evil Geniuses, which
it's not bad.
you're supposed to add that with 1-drops, right?
Right.
But yeah, it's just kind of like a weak mid-range deck, which is exactly what
you don't want to do.
You don't want to do. You don't want this mixed message kind of deck. So let's go through the drafting here.
Right. Usually I get away with that with playing other classes, but in this case,
Warlock. It's you gotta be specific.
You gotta commit.
You gotta commit.
Okay, so pick one: Mortal Coil, Flame Imp, Furious Ettin. I was like, it's so early. I was thinking, okay, Mortal Coil, because I deal with so many goddamn tokens now. I just want to draw cards.
Yeah.
Wrong choice. And Hearth Arena said, pick Mortal Coil.
Yeah, I think this is an easy Flame Imp. I've never liked Mortal Coil, to be honest.
Okay.
Because your hero power gives you a card, right?
Right.
So it's like, why do you wanna spend a mana to draw? Why do you want to spend a card slot in your deck when you should be drawing into playable cards, right?
Mm-hmm,
you don't want to cycle more cards as a Warlock because your hero power does that already.
Right.
So Flame Imp is pretty easy here, and then you mentioned this Hellfire pick is the same as some other pick that
near the end there was the same thing. Hellfire, like Flame Imp, Spectrum.
So you could have got another Flame Imp.
Right.
It would have been 2 Flame Imps.
I would have had 2 Flame Imps.
And then with Evil Genius, that would have been sick.
Yeah.
And then
pick
here...
4 was like Iron Rifleman, Stormpike Commando, and Clockwork Automation.
Probably the Commando here.
Well, it's like I was thinking these two, the Rifleman and the Commando is kind of the same thing, and I was worried about the Stormpike because I feel like lackeys would just punch it for 2 damage and then I lose the body. But then I guess the Battle Cry's already done its job in a sense, and he's making a lackey to try and shoot it down.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit stronger.
Okay.
Just on average.
Right.
The Rifleman.
I know it's not Clockwork Automation because I'm like, oh, take 4 per card.
Yeah, that's
Let's not do that.
Okay, so the number 5. Oh, yeah.
Ancient Brewmaster, Grook Fu Master, and Sunweaver.
Yeah, Brewmaster works because you already have Evil Genius. Makes sense.
That and like I don't want this 3/5 Wind Fury guy, and this guy is like I never have a spell more than 5.
Yeah.
So next, pick 6 was not that good either. It was like Mana Addict, Demolisher, and Stone Skin Gargoyles. Like, oh, I guess I'll just take the worst one. I mean, the best out of the worst, or is it Demolisher?
Well, Demolisher was the best. Like, I don't understand why you have Hearth Arena, but you don't listen to it.
Well,
like,
but I listened to it on the wrong.
You listen to it on the wrong picks too.
Well, that's kind of the problem. I don't know when to listen. Like, oh, so Demolisher's a good card because I always found it kind of slow on turn 3, right?
Like, there's like a 28-point difference, man. Like,
doesn't mean anything.
It does mean a lot, dude. Hearth Arena does base their rating on win rates too. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's go down. Shadow Flame is a good pick. We don't need to talk
Crystal
about
Weaver,
it, really.
Witchwood.
It's just
not Witchwood Grizzly.
No, Shadow Flame is just a super insane powerful card.
Then it's pick 8, Mistress
1-drop
of Mixtures.
Don't really.
Burgley, Swift Messenger. No,
nothing really to talk about. Powerful 1-drop that heals. Exactly what the Warlock wants. Doesn't matter if you're control or aggro.
Right. Okay. Duskbat, Traveling Healer, Ancient of Blossoms. This is a bit tough for me. This one was like,
I think if you had like 2 Flame Imps, then Duskbat is actually alright. But you probably want a heal too.
Right.
But you only had 1 But in this deck so far, you only had a Hellfire. You don't even have 2 Flame Imps. So
right.
You probably should have just went with the healer.
Oh man, okay.
Because you don't have enough synergy with the Duskbat.
Okay, pick 10. Dalaran Crusader, Nerubian Prophet, Amani Berserker.
I think I might have picked the Prophet myself.
I was thinking about that, but sometimes when you just top deck it, you're like, oh, this is not good. And I really like Dalaran Crusader. He seems to be very annoying and effective in a sense.
He's good. But I don't know how good he is in Warlock because it doesn't provide taunt. It doesn't really give you initiative. So if you're behind, they can just kind of ignore it. It's really good with Shadow Flame, I guess, but that's like the only.
Pick 11. Dread Infernal, Spectral Knight, Argent Commander.
Yeah, I don't think there's a competition here.
Yeah.
Let's just go to the next one.
Pick 12. Void Color, Mortal Coil, Furious Ettin. So I was like, okay, I got a big demon now. I can Void Collar into it, maybe.
Yeah,
I pick 12.
I think here it's okay to pick it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pick 13. Evil Genius, Possessed Villager, Twilight Drake.
Yep.
here's the issue. These two are in the same bucket, and I want them, or in the same pick, and I want them both, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe we'll go for Evil Genius.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's not pick 15. Yeah, you still have a long way to go. You probably want your 1/1s now.
Okay.
Prioritize.
Right, to synergize off the Evil Genius. Pick 14, Inferno, Stampeding Kudo, Exotic,
This is just wrong.
Mount Seller. Now, I was thinking...
He took Inferno.
I took Inferno because I'm tired of these 1/1 lackeys just swarming the board and, like, overwhelming me. And I forgot that Dread Inferno kind of fixes that problem. But I'm like, maybe I'll get more demons.
Yeah, you also had a Hellfire, too, and a Shadow Flame. You don't want another shitty board clear.
Right.
And Stampede and Kodo is really good in this meta because people are drafting 2-drops, like 2/3s, so you can just eat one of those. Right. Proud Defender is a 4-mana 2/6.
Right.
You can eat that. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, Eccentric Scribe. Yep, I don't really want
over Shadow Flame and Evil Genius.
That's pretty obvious.
That's okay.
Yep.
16, Psychotron, Worgen Abomination, Twilight Drake.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of a Worgen A-Bomb, so Psychotron is fine.
Okay. Pick 17, Flight Master, Sun Reaver, War Mage, what's it? Henge Clan Sneak.
Yeah.
So it's not the Sun Reaver because he doesn't do anything ever.
Yeah. I don't have a disagreement here, too.
Okay. 18, Proud Defender, Eccentric Scribe, Void Walker, sorry.
Yeah, this is a little bit more tricky. I probably like the Proud Defender too.
I got one right.
Yeah, because I don't like too many 6-drops. Although you only have one so far. But no, you have a Dread Inferno already.
Yeah.
So I'm not too keen on taking another Henge Clan Scribe.
Okay.
Eccentric Scribe. So Proud Defender is fine.
Okay. 19, Shadow Bolt, Soulfire, Shadow Flame. So all removal.
I think for me, I would have took Soulfire. Because look at your deck, man. There's nothing that good. Like maybe a Shadow Flame you don't want to discard, but your deck quality is pretty low right now. Where you probably just want the tempo of the Soulfire more than the Shadow Bolt.
Okay. Yeah, as a new player or as a casual player, you always hate discarding things, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're playing like Constructed, where you have no cards in deck, and then you get ultimate value with the Soulfire.
Right.
20, Burly Shovelfist, Mortal Coil, Chillwind Yeti.
Yeah, I mean...
You want some late game, right? I wanted some late game.
Shovelfist is not bad. Yeah, we can go to the next one.
Like, how many Mortal Coils was I offered? Too many.
Yeah, you're still getting more too, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
21, Witchwood Imp, Portal Keeper, Smiteful Smith.
I think I definitely don't mind the 1-drop because you're kind of lacking tokens to benefit of Evil Genius. So I don't mind that.
The 1-drop, okay. Yeah. Here's another good drop that helps with
tokens. Yeah, that's great. You got the Hawksteed. Yep.
Hengeclay Hogslead. What is that? Wailing Soul? Wailing Soul. Yeah. Soldier of Fortune. I don't even know what this guy does. Oh, yeah, him. Yeah. Next, 23. Void Caller. My second Void Caller, Mortal Coil, Henge Clan Hag.
Yeah, I think at this point I don't want the Void Caller. I want the Hag because it gives you tokens and you don't have enough big demons.
Yeah, so the first Void Caller was okay because I had a demon previously, but I wasn't offered another Abyssal Enforcer. Yeah. So just drop it at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 24. Youthful Brewmaster, Soldier of Fortune, Ancient of Blossoms. Brewmaster has a lot of useful things it could do. I think
it might have been Soldier of Fortune because
really okay
because you have like a
Shadow Flame.
You have 1-drops and you probably don't want to bounce back your 1-drop.
No.
So then it makes the 2-mana 3/2 a useless card. Because you can't play it on turn 2, and you have to play it later to get some value, which makes your gameplay really awkward.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing at this point. I was like, oh, do I want to go more aggro? I'm like, at this point, I was like, oh, maybe we should switch to more aggro, but it was already pick 24. I'm like, better drop every 1, 2, and 3 drop now, but it's like a bit late. 25, Spellbook Binder, Henge Clan Sneak. Was it Safeguard?
Safeguard.
Who's it for you? Safeguard? Or is it too late now? It doesn't matter what I pick.
I think the 3/2 is fine. I don't really like 3/2s. You don't really have spell damage either. I think I actually might have picked Safeguard.
Safeguard, wow. Yeah. Okay. 26, Silent Dalaran Librarian, Slithering Swarmer, Mad Hatter. Well, this is kind of obvious. No?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably a 2-mana 2/3.
Right. Well, the Slithering Swarmer does
Mad
nothing.
Hatter is a legit card though. Like it's definitely pickable.
I've had issues with this where it wasn't an empty board where he had minions and I had minions. Like, yeah, I would never play it then, right?
You just need to have an empty board.
Okay. 27. Felso Inquisitor, Demon, Gnomish Inventor, Hecklebot.
Yeah, probably Gnomish here.
Yeah, I was thinking like, hey, I have a demon. I better pick every demon now since I have two
that's really,
two Void Callers.
It's bad to come out of Void Caller too. So.
Right. Okay. 28. Finally, Darkshire Councilman, Voodoo Doll.
Yeah, I mean, look at the bucket Councilman's in, right? It's like top of the 5th. These other 2 cards are just totally shit. And Councilman's at least the top 3rd bucket card, but it's in the top 5th bucket.
Right.
And apparently Blizzard already did the rebucketing, so that's just gonna
so they missed it. Okay. All right. 29. We're almost there. Hired Gun, Ravencaller, Acidic Swamp Ooze.
Yeah, Hired Gun's fine.
Hired Gun.
It's a ton.
And last pick, 30th. Flame Imp, Hellfire, Spectral Knight.
Yeah, it would have been another Flame Imp. So you could have ended up with 2 Flame Imps.
No, 3. This one would.
Yeah, you could have ended up with 3 Flame Imps, a Demolisher, a Commando.
More Evil Geniuses then.
Nah,
Void Caller.
Nah, the Scribe was right. But yeah, just more synergy for your Evil Genius.
Yeah, Henge Clan Hag. Yeah.
Because the extra Void Caller probably didn't do anything. And,
no.
Yeah, and you drafted a bunch of shitty cards.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it is that we just didn't get a lot of good buckets, but yeah.
Like I didn't get the Abyssal Enforcer that I wanted so badly, but I did get offered a lot of Evil Geniuses, so maybe I should have leaned towards that, right?
Yeah, Evil Genius is unplayable if you don't have 1/1s on the board, so you definitely just want 1/1s.
Okay. Well, that's a lesson learned. It's a learning process.
Like I've had people play a naked Evil Genius for tempo, and they just lost because 2-mana 2/2 as a warlock, that's terrible, man.
You rather just tap.
Yeah, I'd rather just tap. Like, because I'm already behind. Like, if I'm already behind, I at least want to get more value out of the 2/2 so I can actually come back and swing the game at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I just gave up on the 2/2, then it's a 2-mana 2/2. Warlock, you're not a ping class, so if you play understated minions, you're fucked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's my Warlock. I guess it's either go aggro or go control. Or go zoo or go control.
Yeah.
And this deck was a bit of both, which is the worst thing possible.
Yeah, it didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it's like, it's like a car that can't go fast and it can't go slow. It's like not fuel efficient and it's not fast either, so it's the worst thing for a car.
Yeah, it feels
and it's unreliable. So that was my draft. It wasn't fun. I got my ass kicked. I ran into 2 rogues and a hunter, so I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it.
Okay, so that kind of wraps up our podcast. We gave you a sense of Warlock and where it's at. We kind of went through the motions and criticized Will's draft. Hopefully he learned something so that the next time he plays Warlock, he has a better sense.
More importantly, hopefully you guys learned something.
Hopefully you guys learned something too with him. And you all can be 56% win rates with Warlock at some point.
Well, technically a 56% would be a 4-3?
That's better than a 0!
Infinitely better. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, I mean, hopefully next week there are going to be more micro adjustments. They're probably just going to nerf Warlock, but I kind of wish they did more. Maybe more...
It's hard. Like I said, it's like whack-o-mole with 9 holes, and you only have so many hands. You need to call more friends over and cheat get 8 guys playing this game.
Yeah, so, I mean, one of our listeners here says that Nerubian Prophet is really good because you can play it... You could play it for tempo, and you can evolve into something stupid.
All right, yes.
With the Evolve Lackey. So yeah, this is why I like Nerubian Prophet more than the Dalaran Crusader.
True that. Okay.
Yeah. So I would not skip a Nerubian Prophet now.
Lesson learned. Don't skip the Prophet.
But like you said, yeah, I mean it is terrible if you top deck it, but again, Warlock is if you're top decking in any class, you're probably not winning.
Right.
If you need to use the top deck card to the best of your abilities.
Right.
So, but any other time, like the worst time you get Nerubian Prophet is like turn 5 or turn 6, right? You draw that, it's utterly unplayable, and you can't do anything. But if you didn't get it on turn 6 or turn 5, you got it maybe in your opening hand. That's great because you can probably play it for 0 mana on like turn 5, which is fantastic. Okay, so next week we're going to talk about Priest.
You like Priest?
I don't like Priest.
You don't like Priest?
I don't really want to talk about Priest, but...
We could always talk about Mage.
You know what? Let's change it to Mage. You know, let's
Mage is fun.
Mage is, I guess you can say it's fun. But yeah, we'll probably talk about Mage instead of Priest. Because first of all...
I have some Mage experience.
He has Mage experience, and I hate Priest. It's literally my worst class, and I
thought Hunter was the worst class.
Not worst class in terms of win rate. It's just in terms of feels. Okay, I have a bad. I feel bad when I play Priest. When I play against Priest, everything about it just feels bad. Like, and this comes down to it's not about win rate, right? Like, I have like I don't know, like
traumatic,
like maybe a below average Priest win rate. I think Hunter is still my lowest win rate, but Priest is not my lowest win rate, but I just hate playing it because the class is clearly unbalanced, and Blizzard's way of balancing it is by throwing a bunch of crazy cards at it, right? Because inherently its hero power is useless, and its hero power is only good when you have the board, but at the same time, they give Priest a lot of off-the-board tools, so then you can't really benefit from your hero power, so then what the fuck are you doing, right? So yeah, so we'll talk about Mage.
Yeah, and changing things on the fly on the show here.
I don't know what card we'll talk about. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we talk about, I don't know, like a more innocuous card, and
not the 3/2 Raven,
and not. Oh my god.
Are you just gonna rant?
We could talk about that. We could talk
how
about
it's so OP.
Oh,
and oppressive.
What I feel, so the final message for me this week is I want them to tweak their drafting rates. I don't think any deck should have 5 Messenger Ravens. I don't think any deck should have 5 Walking Fountains. I don't think any deck should have 5 Evil Miscreants. They nerfed that, thank God, but now we're seeing 4 Abyssal Enforcers. We're seeing 4 Flame Strikes. Like, I don't know, like a week ago, I faced 4 Blizzards and 2 Flame Strike at 2 and 2.
Oh my god.
2 and 2!
Yeah.
That's stupid.
That's tough. Maybe they shouldn't have pressed this get a rare at, was it 1, 10, 20, 30? Yeah. Maybe don't press that so hard where it was just more random. So you're not guaranteed these first bucket cards or top bucket cards.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to make choices around them. Maybe that's a quick fix for the situation, but you know they're moving the goalpost in the right direction. We're getting there. So you know, Rogue has fallen. Now they have to take care of the Warlock. They gotta chop off Warlock's legs now.
So they're gonna, if they chop that off, then Priest is gonna be number 1 for sure.
Not Mage,
because Priest is already number 2 right now. I think. Okay. Yeah, Priest is already number 2.
So what beats Priest? Who has the advantage? I thought Warlock had the advantage over Priest.
Yeah, but they're gonna nerf Warlock, right?
Yeah,
if they nerf Warlock,
then,
who the fuck is keeping Priest in check?
Okay, then next week, whack-a-mole, guys, whack-a-mole. Can't whack them all. Can't whack them all.
So if my theory is that Priest is gonna be the dominant class, and then,
next week,
and then Blizzard think that everything's okay because they did micro adjustment and rebucketing already, and we're just gonna have a month of Priest Stone. Get ready.
No, they'll fix Priest. Don't worry. It takes them a week, but they'll get it. Or someone will post on Reddit about Priest and the oppression of priests.
Yeah, I honestly don't like. There's just like you already heard me. Like I said my piece. Okay, Priest is gonna be an issue. all these neutral common cards or all these class common cards are an issue. And they're just waiting for the kettle to explode on everybody. And then everybody's going to be like, I don't want to face 5 Messenger Ravens. I don't want to face 4 Flame Strikes, 4 Abyssal Enforcers, 4 Walking Fountains.
You know what, though? I do like that about Arena for the fact that it's unlike Standard, where you're only limited 2 cards per deck. You know, the whole point of Arena was it's totally crazy. You can get 5 of a class or 5 of a card, but maybe we shouldn't make it a really good card. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not a really good card. You know, if it's like, I don't know, Mortal Coil, right? Like Mortal Coil showed up 5 times in your draft. Sure, yeah, take 5 Mortal Coil.
Good luck with that, buddy.
I don't want to see 5 Walking Fountains. Like, I'm just like, what? So I just spent 8 turns and none of it mattered because now he's just playing Walking Fountain after another and healing for 8 every turn.
Right.
The next 4 turns, and he's like back to 30. I have no cards in my hand.
Right.
I don't know. That seems kind of dumb.
Okay. Well, I think that's it. We'll play a run after. Just restart the stream, but also want to promote the YouTube channel. What is it? The Player in the Pro YouTube or something like that. Just search it on YouTube. We put all these videos and things up there so you guys can watch it in your own leisure. You don't have to come in live sometimes if you're busy, but catch it on the replay. And anything else to add, Mr. Tachi?
No, I believe that is it. We're going to do a co-op. I don't know what class we're going to do, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Thanks for watching, everybody. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you hung out with us tonight. And we'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right, end it.